Hello fam, today I'm going to be talking about how you can manage your finance, especially in this pandemic. It has been a whole lot on us as breadwinners, as parents in our respective families and homes. I decided to put this video out here to help one or two person who is trying to learn how to manage his or her finance. Please, if you're interested in this video, keep watching to the end. You have to be strategically prepared by your decisions and also by your actions. The reason why I talk about being strategically prepared is because if you are a consumer, a sole consumer of your earnings, then when an opportunity presents itself right before you, you cannot grab it, you cannot take advantage of it because you really have nothing left. I have come to realize that life has time and season, and the ability for you to know this time and season is going to go a long way to help you manage your finance properly. Why am I saying this? For example, there are seasons and time when wealth is transferred, and at that time it is about those who have the cash flow. When I talk about cash flow, I talk about those who have the money. If there is an opportunity, someone decides to sell a business which prospects, the person who is going to buy that business is someone who has cash flow, is someone who has the money. For instance, Mr. A took a loan from the bank and he's unable to pay back. The bank decides to sell the house in order to get back the money. The people who the banks are going to look for are not the people who are going to go to the banks to take loans. They don't need that kind of stress. These are the people they will sell the landed properties to, the house property to, the business to, or whatever you presented to the bank as a collateral. So assuming you are a consumer of your earnings, when this beautiful opportunity that is going to bring cash flow your way is presented, you are not able to grab it because you cannot afford it. You have nothing to use to purchase it. The bank will not look for someone who will buy it on credit or someone who is going to pay on installments. They look for those with the real money, those with the cash flow. So for this reason, we ought to live a certain kind of life. For the sake of financial stability, we have to live a certain kind of life. And this kind of life is a call to discipline. We all have to plan for our future because it is not something that is going to happen accidentally. It is something that we have to work towards consciously. How many of us, including me, have started preparing for our later years? Are we preparing that we are going to depend totally 100% on our children? What if our children do not have that financial stability at the point where we need it? That our children cannot even help us with our medical bills, not because they are irresponsible, not because they are not hardworking, but because life happens at times. The truth is, when you don't plan, you plan to suffer. Sometimes I feel for our aged parents, especially those that their children are incapable of adequately taking care of them. And this is as a result of not planning for the later days. Our children shouldn't be our retirement plan. I'm saying it the way it is. Our children should not be our retirement plan. We train our children in good schools. We try to give them the best of life. But sometimes life happens and those children are not able to take care of us in return. So what do? We go back begging from house to house, depending totally on people. But if we have planned ahead of time, then certainly, no matter how hard things becomes, it won't be as hard as it will be if we don't plan. So if your plan is I'm going to train my children and my children is going to train me at the end of the day, please, it is not a wise decision at all. These children also have their life to live. They'll also bring forth their children, and things are becoming harder than it used to be 10, 20 years ago. So these are some of the reasons why we should not entirely depend on our children as our retirement plan. Most often, we pray and believe that God will give us the desire of our heart. Yes, He will. But it is not just amen to that prayer. God will give you the desire of your heart if you have a plan that you are working with. What would God hold in order to bless that desire of your heart? You have to learn to reserve a percentage of your income. Whatever long goal you desire to achieve, you have to try to keep at least 10% of your income monthly, daily, weekly, depending on what is comfortable for you. If you are building for the long term, you have to learn to be diligent. And by being diligent, I mean you have to learn to save a certain amount of your income little by little. Always know that consistency is more powerful than bulky money. If you are waiting for when you will have 1 million to save, the 1 million may not come at a go. The 1 million may not come immediately or at once. So, but when you save your 10 naira, your 1,000, your 2,000, your 500 naira, consistently, you will see over time, this money has what added up and become a huge amount of money. Waiting to have large sum of money to save rarely work. I have tried it and I have failed. So save little by little, because life will happen and habit drives what you do. And if you're that person that keeps saying, I will start saving tomorrow, tomorrow comes, you say, I will save tomorrow. Know that tomorrow never ends. And if you're that kind of person that has money without a plan, one day people will help you to plan your money. I'm telling you the truth. And when you are poor and wretched in your old age, those same people that helped you to plan money will not help you even with a plate of rice. At this stage, I want you to take every other thing I'm going to say here seriously. Know this, every stage of your life is different. Every season comes with different needs, and you must be able to reorganize yourself for those times and seasons. Every human being you meet in your life is an opportunity, whether the man is wealthy, he's rich, is underclass, poor, wretched, whatever it is. Because that man, that tiny, shikiri man you see, he has no future. He can literally offer you nothing. You don't know where life will take him to. Humans are mobile. I have seen a lot of people who were poor, who couldn't even eat 3 square meals, and today they are millionaires. When you call people in my village, in my community, and you have not called their names, then you haven't started. Finally, always try to leave a positive legacy for people, because people never forget how you treated them when they are down. So far, these are the few points I have mentioned in this video on how you can actually manage your finances. And if you have stayed up to now, thank you. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe.